and gentlemen, to our 100th stop celebration live stream here on a brand new revised Patriots Clubhouse channel. As always, I am your host, DTN, aka Dow, and I got your usual suspects with me. I got Andy Schulten, Austin Lesage, and Thomas Noble. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Can't complain, same old. Been, a little bit of a weird day for personal reasons, but hey, 100 subs. It's a milestone for the channel, and I'm excited to get these calls going tonight, guys.
How about you, Austin?
Really excited for today. I'm excited to give away some of my cards. So obviously to everyone watching, stay tuned. You'll eventually see, kind of what we're giving away. And just, I don't know, really happy to be here. And, it's a long journey from where we started to where we are now. So, be proud of this, guys, and let's look forward to the future and, always improving. So.
Yes, for sure. How about you, Thomas?
Up and down day. I got a lot of personal reasons I do not want to discuss, but hey, it's 100 subs on this channel. Just excited for the callers and hopefully, garbage talk.
Yeah, for sure. And as always, guys, before we get started, please make sure, if you haven't already, that you smash the like button, hit subscribe. It's completely free, and it helps us grow significantly here on this channel. Granted that we already hit 100 subscribers back when we did our Week 6 preview show covering the Patriots and Saints game. And now our next milestone at some point will be to get at least 200 subscribers. And then we will progress to 500. And then we will progress to 1,000. But it will be helpful if you guys hit the subscribe button and also click the like button, just so that this channel gets so many recommendations. And in addition, make sure to turn on those bell notifications. It will be really helpful that you will be notified for an upcoming live stream. And as always, housekeeping rules. I know you're excited for these call-ins. I know you're excited for Q&As, but we have some housekeeping rules. Number one, post your questions and comments in the YouTube chat that are related to Patriots and football only. And yes, it includes draft. Yes, it includes talking about draft prospects. Yes, it includes talking about college. Yes, it can be trash talking other teams, such as trash talking the Jets because they did something stupid again. But one rule, and we had this issue in the past, and we've got to make sure that we're respectful here in this chat. Please, and I mean please, be respectful to one another. That means be respectful to us panelists. That is also being respectful to all the fans, and trolling is banned. That means no fart jokes, no poop jokes, no false information, or you're going to get kicked out by our mods here. And huge shout out to all of our mods here in this chat. We appreciate all of your support from you guys. And yes, let's get this started. But without further ado, let's start with our first caller. And I know that it's a long-ass process for all of us. Unfortunately, no 67 jokes. Yeah, I wish, but no fart jokes and no poop jokes. But let's get this started and welcome our very first caller. Are you ready, guys? But before we get started,
yep.
Before we get into our first caller, guys, Austin, would you mind telling everybody the giveaway that you will be telling everybody at the end of the stream and how it's going to be done?
Yeah, for sure. So I got 4 cards to give away tonight. I'll kind of show them here. We got a PSA 8 Drake May Panini Prism rookie card. We got a Panini Prism Deca Drake May graded 8.5 rookie card SGC. We have a autographed Demario Douglas. And we got an autographed Big Country Will Campbell, our protector on the left side of the line there. So If you guys want to have a chance at winning those, we did just create a new Discord. We'll be able to drop the link either later tonight or during the vid at some point. Join that. Post in the introduce yourself column. Kind of tell us, how you became a fan, or even if you're part of a rival team and you're just joining the Discord to talk football, just post in the introduce yourself section. And anybody that posts in there will be put on a wheel. And the next time we go live, we'll spin the wheel and we'll select the 4 winners that way. And then we'll personally try to reach out to you and get your address and get those sent out.
Yeah, for sure. So make sure that I think that we're going to start doing giveaways. We're not going to do the giveaways now, but we will do the giveaways starting week 8 post recap against the Browns. All you need to do is not only subscribe and not only like this channel, but also be active in the chat, because you never know. If you're not active in the chat, unfortunately, you won't participate in the giveaway. So please participate in the YouTube chat. Be active in the YouTube chat if possible, and also be active in the Discord as well, so we can add your name to the Wheel of Names, which we'll be doing shortly. But without further ado, are you ready for our first caller?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, we got our first caller here in the chat, and he has been here every now and then, but let's welcome in. We got Mr. NJ here in the house. NJ, how are we doing, buddy?
Oh, shoot, I'm first? What the heck?
Yep.
I'm just, just chilling, and watching the Bruins, But I didn't know I was the first one. Okay, so how you guys doing? Yeah, I'm good.
Well, we're doing
Yep.
good, and how are you?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so weird seeing Marshawn, in a Panthers jersey, man. But again, out of context, I'm good. What do you call this? So my question is, for you guys, like, so far so good, right? But do you guys think that we have a chance to go farther in the playoff if we meet the record? Like, do you think that we can go farther than the wild card or the whatever? Do you guys think so?
Do you think we could go farther in the playoff round? What do you guys think?
Okay, I'll go first with this one. Personally, with the teams so far in this NFL, my answer is no, because honestly, we can't compete with the Colts because they're good this season.
Yeah,
I cannot lie.
Fair enough.
I mean, Kansas City, if they're going to be in the playoffs, like our roster still cannot compete with Kansas City, regardless how bad they are at this point. They're still got Patrick Mahomes, they still got Travis Kelce, they still got Rashid Rice, they still got Andy Reid, they still got everyone else. But what the teams we're facing have in the playoffs currently, no.
No. Okay.
At this rate, I say wild card at best here, but if it stands, divisional at this point, or possibly either divisional or wild card is when we go further here. But I don't see go further as an AFC championship. Not with this roster.
How about you, Andy?
Yeah, I 100% agree with Thomas here. I want to say AFC Championship so bad, but I can't agree with that. I completely agree with the ceiling is the divisional round of the playoffs. We might be the second seed in the conference now, but I don't think that's going to stand with Kansas City on the way up, possibly with Denver on the way up, and that defense out there. Colts, just Danny Pennies has gone to Danny Dimes. What can I say there, man? They beat the Broncos.
They just beat the Chargers.
They just beat the Chargers, exactly. So it's not like they've beaten exactly a crap card. And I'm not counting out a late season swing by Buffalo to try and take the division. I think the AFC East will be a horse race between Josh Allen's Bills and Drake May's Patriots. So the AFC, as we've said in all these shows, is wide open.
Yeah, it
There's
is
a
wide open.
lot of parity in the NFL right now, and I like it, but you know, because of the competition, the Chiefs, the Colts, possibly the Bills, depending on who we
Makes
wind
sense.
up, depending on who we wind up facing. No, I don't see us making it past the divisional round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
I
like
do
the-
see us making the playoffs.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
but the Colts are a legit football team. Like,
Oh, they are.
Oh, yeah, they are, bro.
I literally predicted them as a third place team in the AFC South. I'm so dead ass wrong. They beat out the Texans and they beat out the Jaguars. And look at them. They're 6-1 on the season.
Yeah, they're good.
That's
yeah.
crazy, to be honest.
Yeah.
How about you, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I can see us go on a little run. It is our first year, and our expectations were kind of low based off of the previous 2 years being at 4-13, but having already eclipsed our win total from those previous years, I do see us potentially going to the divisional, but I'm not sure we have that caliber of a team to push further. I feel like our team is unfortunately just one injury away from kind of being out of it.
Fair enough.
Where if Gonzo gets hurt, detriment.
Mm-hmm.
If an edge rush gets hurt, detriment. I will add the caveat though. We just won 3 on the road, so I know we're the 2nd seed right now, but it wouldn't scare me if we had to go on the road for the wild card or like for the divisional moving forward. Like, I think we have a lot of resilience in that sense, and I think Vrabel will, at the end of the day, have our team prepared. So I think a win in the wild card is more than doable. But once those teams start thinning, if you're going against the Chiefs, the Bills, maybe the Bengals make a comeback, maybe the Ravens kind of get back into it. Like, you never know.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Any last thoughts before we get into our next caller, NJ? That was a really good question.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if I ask you one more quick question though.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So agree to disagree, right? Do you guys think that Vrabel needs another year to add more players to fully compete for the Super Bowl in let's say year 3 of Vrabel's coaching career?
Do you think Vrabel can add more players to at least compete in the Super Bowl? We just added a player from waivers, Caleb Murphy, but I
think he's talking like future years. Like he's talking next year.
Yeah.
Yes. I do see that because
futures like we grab someone from free agency and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because based off of what I've seen from,
I mean, we're still missing some key players,
Yeah, I love it when we are constantly doing so well. It's attracting new free agents to join this team, and
that's what we need, right? That's what we need. Like we get perform in the playoffs, back-to-back playoffs. We have to be in the playoffs back-to-back to bring players in the future. Because again, we can't just bring players if we don't have no project, right? So I need to see them going to play back and forth to see we have a bright future. Because again, to be fair, I like our front 7, Milton, Barmore, Landry, Chasen. Oh my days, bro. They're too good. They're still missing a little bit of key players like a linebacker. All right, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
No worries, NJ. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks so much, man, for the chance.
Appreciate you, man.
Catch you later, man. But that was a great question. But we can all answer this question. Do you think that Vrabel can add more? So when it comes to adding more players, yes, I do agree adding free agents is really important. But the one important key that we have failed during the Belichick era, and I think could do better in the Vrabel era, is always hit in the draft. Because once you hit in the draft, and once you constantly bring in new coaches, new developmental young coaches to this team will actually have another dynasty. Not the dynasty like the Belichick era, but something completely different, something refreshing for viewers who have just heard about the Patriots. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have to agree on that. I know exactly what you mean by different form of dynasty. I mean, as we saw, part 1 was really, more of the defense and Brady kind of being as much as I hate the term, game manager. The later dynasty was, all credit to Brady and Amendola and Edelman and Gronk and the O-line and Butler and, a cast of hundreds, if not hundreds, tens. But I definitely think through free agency and the draft that Vrabel is capable of building a Super Bowl contender. I mean, we hit on a left tackle. We've talked about Kyle Williams and
Trevion Henderson and
thank you. Kyle Williams and Trevion Henderson essentially being redshirted, which in the long run is not a bad thing. Jared Wilson, I love that pick, but he's had a problematic past couple of games. I do trust Marone, though, on that O-line. I trust McDaniels. I trust Vrabel. But yeah, I think he is I don't want to see that same mistake we made with team building, the hubris that wound up driving Tom Brady out of town and transpiring the downfall of the Pats, but I do not think we will see that with Mike Vrabel at all.
It will also depend on if Elliott Wolf can continue to follow through his father's footsteps and how he has been and how he's following through his father's draft process. Because if he continues to follow that draft process, I will not be surprised he could be a Hall of Famer, a Hall of Famer general manager, just like his father. So
in Green Bay.
So Ray asks. I'm gonna answer Ray's question. I'm gonna get to Hood's question. So he asked me, how do I pronounce my surname? So think of my name as like Dow Jones. So it's spelled you might think it's like DOW, but it's the A and O. It's something like Asian related. So it's basically it's pronounced like DOW. So that's your answer, Ray. Thank you for asking, though. It's nice to answer. It's nice to answer a good question. But let's answer Hood and Knight's question, and it's about the playoffs. Who are the current playoff teams, and who would New England play if they were the 7th seed?
I already got that covered. So if the playoffs were for today, we're 2nd seed, and we would face at Foxborough against Jacksonville. And the current playoff teams right now, Indianapolis, us, Denver, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, LA Chargers, and Jacksonville.
Interesting. So from Thomas's answer, I do agree with Jacksonville. Jacksonville could be a possibility. The one other team I can think of, maybe not Denver. I could see Pittsburgh. That could be another team. It's between Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo. What are your other guys' thoughts about it?
I mean, I think it's a little too early too. I mean, the Chiefs are sitting right outside the cusp. Let's see. I mean, I feel like the AFC North is wide open. I think the Steelers are fakers. I think the Bengals can make a run. I think if Lamar comes back, maybe the Ravens make a little run there. It's not as crazy as the NFC, where you literally have all the teams from 2nd to 7th are 5-2. That's a little crazy. So I think the AFC is a little more wide open in the sense every week I think we're going to see 2-3 teams moving in and out of the standings basically. But it's good. We want parity in the NFL. You don't just want to see, I guess, one team dominate unless it's your favorite team. But yeah, I mean, if the playoffs started today, I'd actually really like our shot. I mean, I'm looking, it's home field advantage practically until we'd have to face the Colts, and you're talking Jacksonville, and then I assume the Broncos would move on, so maybe we'd verse them, and that would be the toughest matchup. But yeah,
I could see the Chargers as well. How about you, Andy?
Yeah, this is gonna be a really, really exciting horse race in the AFC. Rather, like I know Austin, you posted about the NFC North earlier in the day. Like every team there is now like 5-2, except for the Bears. But I mean, and the Vikings are obviously on the outside looking in, but not the NFC North. It was the entire NFC is like this slew of 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. And in the AFC, you've got the Colts sitting at the tippy top right now, but we're only one game behind. I think there could be a lot of shuffling happen in these next 3 or 4 weeks in the conference. As you said, Austin, yes, I would like our chances being the home team, but I kind of want to see how we play in this 2-game homestand that we have coming up right now. But as for current playoff teams, who would we play if they were the 7th seed? I think if I could go out on a limb and say Cincinnati, because Flacco looked like the Flacco of old against Pittsburgh.
No.
Okay, Thomas. Okay, why not?
Explain why.
Cincinnati has the worst defense I ever damn seen. Like, have you not seen the roster? Like, besides Trey Hendrickson, who else Cincinnati has? Cincinnati has the worst defense at all here. And I'm sorry, the AFC North is completely on shutdown with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is no pretender at this point. I know they are full of old guys, but I'm sorry. I don't trust Baltimore, even Lamar returned. I don't trust freaking Cleveland because they're ass. I do not even trust Cincinnati because, let's see why. Their defense is ass cheeks. All they can defend is a donkey ass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't trust Cincinnati of one other thing, not just the defense. Their O-line sucks. Look how many sacks were onto Joe Burrow. It's worse than Andrew Luck's stats during his first few years with the Indianapolis Colts. And the reason why their general manager got fired was because they were not building that offensive line to protect Andrew Luck's wife. And look what happened to him. He's now retired. He's now a coach for Stanford, I would assume. And with Joe Burrow, I think that he wants to be traded out of Cincinnati at some point because they are a cesspool of shit. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
Until they invested their offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line is ass. Their defense is ass. I do not want to see Cincy as the AFC North winners. I'm sorry. They're ass cheeks. All they can defend, like I said, they defend donkey ass. No shit about it.
That is a great question coming from Hooded Knight. And by the way, guys, if you want to take part in the call-ins, please click the link that is posted in the YouTube chat. It's pinned. You should see the link to those call-ins, and you are welcome to talk with us. Since NJ did his, all you need to do to make sure that is reasonable for all of you guys, you can only call him one time to answer NJ's question. So only to make this respectful, you can ask us a question. You could talk about the team. You could shit talk the other teams. Like I could shit talk the Jets and the Dolphins. But make sure that we're respectful of others' times. But let me take a look at yes, Jacksonville beat Kansas City. I forgot about that. But let's talk. I want to get into Eric's question, and this is a really important question, and it has to do with our defensive coordinator. Eric asks, do you think Zach Kerr is our defensive coordinator before the start of next season? Or does Terrell Williams, if he gets healthy, comes back and takes back over?
Shit. That is a ding darn question.
That is the hardest question ever.
I know. Zach Kerr looked very good as a acting defensive coordinator. And at the same time, I love Terrell Williams. I do. But honestly, his health has come first. Like, if he actually stays healthy, then yeah, he'll get to the job. But as of right now, have Kerr as a. Do not make him as a permanent offensive coordinator. Defense. Why the hell did I say offensive coordinator? Fuck me with that. Ugh. So, do not make him as a permanent defensive coordinator. Just make him as a interim defensive coordinator. And Williams is healthy, he'll come back.
Now, do you think Kerr would end up leaving for, potentially an upgrade in a role in a different, team because of the experience and what he showed for our defense this year?
Yeah, I could see him if the Giants were to fire their defensive coordinator. I will not be surprised if the Giants hired that guy to be the defensive coordinator for the Giants, because Giants are a cesspool. I could also see another team. I can't think of any other teams that would. Maybe the Chargers, because if their defensive coordinator gets promoted to be a head coach somewhere, I will not be surprised if the Chargers prowl him for that defensive coordinator position.
Or what about the Ravens?
That is a good possibility, because Ravens are shit at defense. They regress so much after Mike McDonald. Your friend Thomas says Jets. I doubt that the Jets will fire Steve Wilkes.
Because they're the Jets. Oh, Thomas, you first.
Yeah, personally, I don't trust Steve Wilkes. I personally do not trust Steve Wilkes whatsoever. So it is a possibility we could see a new defensive coordinator coming to the Jets, because I'm sorry, in my opinion, the defensive coordinator right now with just Wilkes is just not good of a coach. It might be just my personal opinion, because I know about Steve Wilkes because he used to be a head coach. I don't know where, possibly the Niners or something. Like, he's not a good coach. He's not a good. He's an average coordinator. He's a bad coach. So most likely next season is time to just hit the rewind button, and the Jets would just find a defensive coordinator to actually help here at this point. I do agree with BW and Radio right at this point.
That is a good option, Jets, because I'm shocked that Aaron Glenn is trying to be like Gerard Mayo, and you know why I'm saying he's like Gerard Mayo? For one specific reason. Aaron Glenn is a CEO head coach style type, and basically he's just overseeing all of the coaches, offense coordinator and defensive coordinator. So, and the fact that he hired a defensive, that is true, because Wilkes was a head coach for the Cardinals, and he was the interim coach for the Carolina Panthers after they fired Rule. So it's hard, but then again, I think that Aaron Glenn should regain play calling, but I think that Aaron Glenn will do that. He still has trust in Steve Wilkes, but the defense has looked a lot better, but I'm not convinced about their defense just yet.
Yeah, Glenn is like Mayo. He belongs as a defensive coordinator, not a head coach. I have really liked Core these past two games, but I did hear something a little bit concerning on the radio earlier, if I may mention this. Vrabel's staff in Tennessee did not like to use man coverage, and we have not seen a lot of man coverage this year. It's why we got shredded against New Orleans for a couple quarters. And it's why Cam Ward was able to carve us up through a quarter and a half. I just wonder what you guys think of seeing this defensive staff. Like, do you think they should step back and reconsider rather how they play defense?
I'm no expert here. We have used man, according to Fire. He said we used man, but it's matchup dependent. So, like, it will be up against defensive schemes, but I don't know much of it. Like all the other coaches, like the offensive schemes. So it will depend on how the Patriots like adjust in the defense. Yeah. But we will show. And by the way, guys, if you really want to call into the show, I will post a link again in the chat for others who haven't partake in participation yet. So I did post the link in the chat already as a pinned message, but if you really want to take part of it, besides NJ, you can use this link in the description down below. So please, if you come in, you can ask us like at least 1 or 2 questions. All 4 of us can answer. And you can also make a statement about like either about our Patriots. You can shit talk the Jets, shit talk the Dolphins, and even shit talk the Bills. But then again, it is too early for to
Way
shit
too
talk
early.
the Bills yet.
Way too early.
The Dolphins, by the way, went on record yesterday saying they would not fire Mike McDaniel. I mean, like, how stupid is Will Greer?
Chris Greer.
Chris Greer, thank you.
Will Greer is the fucking quarterback. The fucking backup quarterback.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank
Eric
you,
has a good
Thomas.
question talking about the stupid ass teams, the fraudfish and the crash down paper planes.
Paper airplanes.
How long do you think it will be by the time the Jets and Dolphins figure their lives out? For a long ass time.
Loaded question. I think we are not a Super Bowl team, but we are well on our way to figuring ourselves out under Mike Vrabel. The Jets. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll figure out our identity with Vrabel. Like playoffs is just doable for us here, but Super Bowl, no, it's a damn long shot. It's a damn long shot. I mean, for the Jets and Dolphins. I mean, if they could freaking figure out this coaching switch change, possibly if Tua isn't that well here, then possibly go for a new quarterback. I would say take them like 3-4 years or 2, but the Jets, way long time at this point. Because I'm sorry, the Jets are just a dumpster fire.
They are. Tua, I believe, is now he's made himself a major liability down there in South Beach in Miami right now.
3 interceptions. And
that stupid fakakta press conference last week.
Oh my God,
his
fucking conferences. They're so terrible.
It was tacky and terrible. Exactly.
I am not going to get to that point because I'm not getting to the point because I'm not going to trash talk at this point. But what the fuck?
Hold up your letter, Thomas.
If I could grab it. Hold on a minute. Where the fuck is it? No. There it is.
Boom.
There you go.
Yup.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah, Dolphins, if they don't, they're stuck with Tua because Chris Greer was stupid enough to think that they trust in Tua, knowing that he already has CTE, and you gave them a 5-year extension.
I'm sorry, which is not worth it for a quarterback who got that concussed here. Me and Radio did a podcast like on week one when the Miami faced the Colts at the time. We did not even. I don't trust Tua because he's might be the biggest liability for the Dolphins, and believe me, I don't see him. I don't think he's the quarterback he once was back in 2020.
No. Yeah, I think that the Dolphins will take a quarterback in next year's draft, and I agree with Thomas. 3 to 4 years down the road to putting themselves even back in the mix in the AFC, let alone actually making the playoffs. The Jets are proving themselves game after game that they are the Jets. I mean, they were in that game against Denver a week ago and shat the bed. Lose against Tampa Bay a few weeks ago in the last 30 seconds or whatever it was, 40 seconds, shat away that game. Weren't they? Wasn't it a 1-score game for them this week too?
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, the Jets, Justin Fields, they had to bench Justin Fields. I mean,
and for Tyrod Taylor, who is
Speaking of Jets, and Eric comes in with another question, and we will welcome BWM
13-6 against the Panthers.
We have another question from Eric, and it's about the Jets. Did you hear Woody Johnson's comments about Justin Fields?
No.
Yeah, you told me about this before we went live here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he made some comments about Justin Fields, and it's a bad luck for Darren Muji. And this is what he said, and I quote, this was at the fall owners meetings. It's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating he's got. And he's not referring to Madden ratings. If we can just complete a pass, it will look good. You don't call out the quarterback when he in front of the media. What are you doing?
That's so stupid. Even Mayo didn't pull that. I mean, he just said, "Oh, why didn't you do the quarterback sneak on fourth and goal from the 1? Oh, your decision, not mine." He didn't actually your call, not mine. He didn't call the quarterback out in front of the media. Like, way to shame your quarterback. I mean, yes, I get it. Fields, Bear fans were crowing about him a couple of years ago, and now, he's just, proven himself to be a pit machine unless he runs. The only case in which he's a threat is with his feet, but still. The guy's proven himself to be a complete and utter dog crap passer, but you don't boost somebody's morale by doing that. Trust me, I've worked with kids. It's a different thing. All you do is shame them. If you call them out rather, in front of a bigger group. It's stupid. Completely stupid.
Completely
So the Jets are jetting a big time, flying straight into the Hudson River, and they won't be relevant for, I don't know.
Yeah, if I remember correctly too, I saw right after that they announced that Tyrod Taylor would be starting.
I think you're right. I vaguely remember that.
But then again,
I don't know.
I don't. But it will suck because Garrett Wilson will be out again. So now you have to rely on Josh Reynolds. Who else? The rookie Arian Smith, Tyler Johnson, and Alan Lazard, who is a complete bum. He's a bum. But let's welcome in our next caller, BWN Radio, Thomas's friend, and let's welcome him in. Bro, how are you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good, man.
Good.
All right. So I have a question for you guys. So this New England Patriots team is probably one of the best Patriots teams that has been around since Tom Brady left New England.
100%.
Do you guys believe that this Patriots team has the potential to pretty much take the Bills away from that playoff spot, and New England could rise up as a potential playoff, like a team that can make a run in the playoffs if they were to make it this year?
That's a great. As long as they can hit in the draft, and as long as they can bring in good coaches, and as long as they continue to adjust every single year, because the NFL stands for not for long. So as long as they can continue to progress, as long as Mike Vrabel can do a great job of making sure they provide a good culture, I will not be surprised if Mike Vrabel is not only a Hall of Famer as a player, but also a Hall of Famer as a coach. I will not be surprised. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, listen, Mike Vrabel, I think he's had the ability to build these teams from nothing. I mean, we saw what he did in Tennessee. Obviously, it didn't quite work out towards the end of his years there. But realistically, with the way that he's been working with New England, building up that team, having a new duo pretty much in May and Stephon Diggs, which, by the way, I thought Stephon Diggs' career was pretty much over with any wide receiver that has an injury like his. But in New England, he's like back to normal Stephon that we knew pretty much when he was with the Vikings.
Yeah, and it's not just Steph Diggs either. I mean, you see Boutte stepping up. You see even Pop Douglas now and again stepping up. Mac Hollins is at I think a key fourth down conversion yesterday against the Titans. You've got wide receivers stepping up across the board under Vrabel, which is something we haven't seen since Mac Jones was here. This, suffice to say, this is the best wide receiver core we've had probably since we last won the Super Bowl in the 18-19 season, if not a year or two before. I mean, it's improved that much.
I mean, even the defensive side of the ball has improved so much as well. I mean, New England has, I mean, from what I've been hearing over here in New York, which, by the way, I just want to say the Jets owner, that was the most coward move I ever saw in my life. I don't know how that, I don't know how that guy is an owner. Justin Fields, I mean, no offense, he's pretty much left with Aaron Rodgers scraps. So, I mean, I don't know what the heck you want him to do with it.
Right.
But no, I mean, New England has just really stepped up and really improving their team. And in my opinion, even though I'm from New York, I still see the Bills potentially slipping from here because it seems like injuries have been affecting their season greatly. And
yeah, I heard
sorry,
earlier, like the Bills. I mean, if you're a Bills fan, like the Pats sitting, even though it's only a 7-week-old season, the last thing you want to see if you're a Bills fan right now is the Pats sitting atop the AFC East. Because I've heard this from Scott Zolak. I think there's a better than, we'll have at worst, I think, an even record the rest of the season, as in go 5-5. Yeah, could we steal one from a Tampa Bay or a Buffalo? Yes. Could we lose to the Giants or Cincinnati? Absolutely. But with this coaching staff, this quarterback, I think I've bumped my 9-8, 8-9 win total easily up to 10-7, and depending on how things go, yes, we could definitely win the East.
All right.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Andy, because I'm gonna say something here. Like, honestly, would I love to see the Patriots winning 10 games? Yes. Do I think it's gonna happen with the schedule we have here? I know it's the second easiest schedule we have. Like, in my opinion, there's trap games out there we could lose. Like, we could potentially lose to Cleveland because the defense. I mean, the Giants are out there because Scottaboo, who's literally on a roll lately, and freaking Jackson Dart. And, I mean, there's other trap games out there we could. Stupid fucking internet. Anyway, but there's trap games around here, but I would love to see New England win 8-9 games. But if it's possible, we could get 10. If it's possible.
Yeah, I hope they could get 10 wins, but it will depend on if we can continue to play well throughout the rest of the season. And we're already almost halfway up the season when you think about it. But any last words, bro, before we get into our next caller?
So pretty much this is the last thing I have to say. I think that New England is destined to make the playoffs. I think that they have a team that once they get atop of the AFC East, it's pretty much impossible to knock New England off. That's the way it's always been, as history foretells. But no, I think that this year's New England team is surprising everyone, considering how the past few seasons have been. And I guess my final question is when it comes to the playoffs, how far, if they were to make it, how far do you see that playoff team going?
That is a really good question. And
so I think we already answered that the first part, but if I would answer again, I mean, the best we could do is the divisional round, because we could, if the Pods would have been today, we would face Jacksonville, and Jacksonville, as of late, not a good looking team. Like, I don't know what's happened with Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what's happening with their offense. So we could beat Jacksonville, but when we get to the second round, which is divisional, I don't know about we could face Denver. We could face a tough team there. I don't know if our team is equally on point with Denver, despite how good the defense is. So I say the best pot, the ceiling for us in the playoffs, I would say divisional round. I don't think further than that here. If we have a good team, I say championship, but I'm not ready to say we're going to go that further. I say divisional round at best.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, BWN Radio, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day, man.
You too, guys. Thank you so much.
That is a great
Yes.
call
No
from
problem.
BWN Radio, and I hope he comes back for like more of these episodes like this. But let's answer a next question, and this is a really difficult question coming from Eric. It's a two-part question about the future for this team. Do you think Jonathan Kraft will make a good owner, or will there be another rift or power struggle that happens when Bob steps down or passes away?
Yikes.
Right now, John Kraft is the president for the team, but I think he should be I think he will be a good owner. I don't know if the Krafts will sell the team if I would assume it would be the former owner for the Celtics or the current owner for the Celtics, or even worse, the owner for the Bruins, which I do not want to see that happening. What are you guys?
Are those the rumors going around? Is that who's?
No, that's just my predictions. But
I mean, I'd like to think because Jonathan was around for the whole dynasty that he kind of has that, winning mindset and would continue to carry on Robert's legacy. It's different if, let's say, Robert had a son who wasn't as involved with football and was a lawyer or something, like doesn't care about football, then I'd be a little bit more worried. But I mean, Jonathan's been with his dad pretty much every step of the way, it seems, always watching the games from the press boxes. So you can tell his passion's just as much there as Robert Kraft. So I'm not too worried about a power struggle or anything. I mean, could we see the team eventually be sold? Of course, it's a business at the end of the day. But I think we'll be in safe hands with Jonathan. If anything, I'd be worried like after Jonathan. But I mean, all of us will probably be in our 60s by the time that happens. So.
Yeah, agreed. And we've seen very little bashing of the Crafts this season, possibly because everybody is now seeing what a crap job Bill Belichick is doing down in North Carolina, but I digress. Yeah, Jonathan, I mean, he and Bob, going to those old games in the ice and snow back in Foxborough Stadium. I mean, the Pats just run in these guys' veins. They're part of who they are. And will there be another power struggle or rift that happened when he's I agree with you, Austin. Because of that, I don't think there will be a rift. Now, because the NFL is ever a business, could there be a rift? 100%. Because, Jonathan could, have disagreements with somebody else in the admin that his father does not. But fingers crossed that is not the case, as he is next in line to take ownership.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one because I think Jonathan Kraft will be a good owner. I do think the only concern I have is what are the decisions he's going to be making? Is he going to be more of a hands-on owner like Jerry Jones is, or is he going to be like his father where he steps back and let everybody who is intelligent in football doing all of the work? That will be the question if he steps over. But it seems like – go ahead.
Never mentioned about Jerry Jones, honestly. Like, he's an F owner. He makes stupid decisions, and he's the only reason why Micah Parsons let go, and he's now a Green Bay Packer, and now they're first place in the NFC North because of what Jerry Jones has been done. His stupid, low IQ decisions, and that's why the Cowboys will be and always will be. Will never fucking go to the NFC Championship or win a Super Bowl because of his stupid decisions. And he's an F.
I can say the same thing for Woody Johnson. Because his constant meddling, he has his son, Brick Johnson, giving him all the decisions with his Madden ratings. He allowed Woody Johnson fired Robert Saleh knowing that he was in fucking London. He wanted Aaron Rodgers to be sat after his shit show performance in Denver. And we all know what happened. When the NFL PAE scores were given, he's the only owner that got an F that season. He's bitching and moaning about it.
Can I mention, though, that everybody, like in the national NFL media, is glowing about Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb? I mean, it's probably just because of that aura that's the Cowboys when they were America's team. Still, I'm going to say this. This is a Pats channel. Hold up your letter again, Thomas. America's team, my ass. I mean,
yes.
But no, I completely agree with you. Like, those Cowboys are gonna back the rear end of that horse up and, into the playoffs, but not get to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make an NFC Championship anytime soon. But even if he dies, I don't know if they're still gonna be that trend. But let's welcome in our producer for the Patriots Clubhouse and a huge supporter for all the scripts and all of the draft analysis. Let's bring in Paper Waves, aka Tyler. Sir, how are you doing?
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just chilling. Man, so real quick, I just want to say congratulations to you guys. From when I first hopped on a stream just to chat with you guys, to eventually just getting tight with you, and then seeing the progression and growth between all four of you has just been amazing, and it's been so fun to be behind the scenes, just giving ideas, chiming in, and just seeing you guys consistently get better each episode. Obviously, there's hurdles with everything. There's times where we want to continue to keep growing and wishing we could be the best we can be. Everything we're doing is taking step by step, and it's been fun being with you guys this entire time and seeing you guys get to 100 subscribers, and now next goal is getting to 500. I guess maybe have a shorter goal, 150. How about we hit for that one? Celebrate that too. Wherever we can, every little step is a great accomplishment for you guys, and I'm super happy to see it for you.
We appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Tyler.
Absolutely. I don't really have much to say, except I just want to congratulate y'all. But I guess to do my own shameless plug, I have a draft board coming out, website and everything that I'm going to be dropping next week. So I'm really excited about that. If there's any questions regarding the draft, I'll gladly answer some throughout the chat, or if anybody's dropping any right now, that's cool too. I'll try to help out what I can. So that'll hopefully be middle of next week is when I'll be dropping it. I'm going to be working on some more of it tonight just so I can finish the website, but it's going to be pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate your draft. Oh, go ahead, Dow.
I want to say that we appreciate that, and we at some point we might do a live stream featuring. And I think NJ, I love your suggestion, NJ. You should. He said you should do a live stream, Tyler, for the draft mock thing. I can be behind the scenes, have Tyler do a rundown of his mock draft. I don't know when I'm gonna release that. Probably after the Browns week, but I think that.
I could be on with you if you want to do that, and we can just if you're looking at players, if you just have we'll just have a draft simulator up, and I'll talk about each prospect as we're coming across it, and seeing is this a realistic ranking? Do I see them going in the 4th, 5th round? Because you're gonna start seeing some stuff like Nick Harbor is a 4th rounder because of production or something like that. When combine testing comes around, he's going to be top of the 1st, bottom 2nd, if anything. So you'll see stuff like that. I mean, that's if he declares, of course, but there's little things like that a lot of these mock drafts I see are people Jack Sawyer was consistently falling, and some of these sites had him you can get him all the way in the 7th round, and I'm this isn't kind of realistic. So if we just are smart with which simulator we use, that's a great way to go. But no, I mean, each step of the way, I'd be able to like say this person fits this round, this person's like probably going to be around this range, et cetera, and go from there.
Yeah, we should. Well, I can't wait to see it. But thank you as always, Tyler. And I'll make sure that if you have like a more script for like future episodes, I'll make sure to be that prepared for upcoming streams. And we'll see you next time.
One last
We're
thing.
always happy to have you as a guest on, man. Feel free to come in whenever you want.
One last thing. I was right on Will Campbell. Don't ever forget it.
I know you were, and I
You were right about that.
We won't all ever give you your flowers for that. I don't.
Every
think
single person I fought.
To my memory,
every single person I fought since October.
To my memory, none of us was his biggest fan. But here we are, all eating our words.
Go ahead, Thomas.
I'm also the one to say we need to get Will Campbell. Like I said, I was in a draft stream like a couple months ago with my friends here. I say we need to get Will Campbell. I don't care if it's a tackle. Like I don't care about Membu. I don't care about anybody else. We need Will Campbell.
Yeah. He just made the most sense with everything. I mean, obviously we all have a video that you guys can go back and check out if you haven't, of covering Will Campbell. It was a really good episode that we did. But all in all, he just made the most sense from the get-go, and it's so awesome to see everything that we were seeing in LSU is just translating directly into the NFL as a day one starter. So it's awesome, and I'm so happy we have him with the Pats. So hopefully some of the guys that I have ranked will end up being Pats, and we'll see how that all turns out.
There you go.
I hope he continues to do well throughout his rookie deal and be eligible for that contract extension. But
I think he'll get it.
Have a great night, Tyler, and thank you
See
so
you guys.
much.
Have a good one.
But we have two questions from Nelson. One, and then another one from Eric. Well, one. Let me start off with Eric's statement saying, "I'll do you one better. I was right about Drake May and Will Campbell. I wanted Jaden Daniels in the 2024 draft since we needed a quarterback, and then the second one, I wanted Josh Carnley or Kelvin Banks Jr. But I love Will Campbell because of what he did. When I heard about Will Campbell in 2024, I was like, we needed a left tackle because I don't want another season of Badarian Blow and Trent Brown. So thank God that we have that. But
yeah. And I'm in the 2024 draft, I am happy with Drake May because I don't know about Jada Daniels is most likely a commander, in my opinion. Caleb Williams, I love Caleb Williams because I'm a USC fan, but some of the times he has like controversial things here, honestly, or like off the field issues. So I do not want a quarterback to have those. I'd rather have a quarterback that can actually execute our plan and execute on offense and definitely help our team. That's what Drake May is on here, and I'm happy that we got Drake May. And when it comes to this year's draft, I'm happy we got Will Campbell. Like, I don't get, like, most people are going at him is like, oh, he has dinosaur arms. Oh, he's not going to freaking guard. Oh, he's not going to be that good. Shut up. Shut up right now at this point. Because I'm sorry. If you double down on Will Campbell, you have not watched college football, which I do the most here. He is a great tackle at LSU, who's probably one of the best tackles in the SEC. Last season, he literally defended Nussmeier, who's the current quarterback right now here. He used to be the tackle for Jada Daniels. Also, remember that he's the one who protected Jada Daniels from certain doom. At this point, I think Will Campbell is the best tackle in the 2025 draft class. And I'm never wrong with this. And I am happy that we got Campbell. I'm happy we got Drake May. And look what he did in his second year. He is probably a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the National Football League because of what he did in the first 7 weeks in the NFL. I am happy. I'm happy we got him. I'm happy we got Campbell. Like, anyone keeps double downing Will Campbell, yeah, I would say this. Shut up, and you did not watch college football. You need to watch that now, or you need to watch the NFL to prove it.
That is for sure. And guys, we're about to end the stream, but please make sure if you want the final call-ins, this is your perfect time for your final call-ins and your final questions. But let's take a look at a question from Nelson. And then if you have any more questions, please do so quickly as we're about to end this stream soon. So Nelson asked, do you have any info on the defensive backs? Can you specify which defensive backs are you talking about?
Right.
Like, are you talking about the defensive backs that were reported today, or are you talking about the defensive backs from the draft, Nelson? I would like to answer. I would be gladly to answer those. So, okay, so per Mike Reese, the tryouts. Okay, you're talking about the tryouts. So maybe we could quickly talk about. This. So it was reported per Mike Reese, the New England Patriots had free agent defensive backs Marcus Banks, Louis Cine, and Trey Hawkins in for tryouts. And Cine, according to from what I looked up, he was a former first rounder out of Minnesota. He played for Georgia, and he went to Everett High School here in Everett, Massachusetts. But the problem with Cine is his injuries. Yeah, he didn't pan out with the Vikings nor the Eagles, and he was also on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. So, okay, we have a question from Thomas's brother Nathan. Let's answer this. So, guys, on the trade deadline, what players should you keep an eye on to be a Patriot? I just hope we need an edge rusher here.
I don't know about edge rusher. I think we're going to get an edge rusher in the offseason. I would not worry about edge rusher when we get to the offseason. So, in my opinion, this might be a long shot. I would say I don't know. I would say get a I don't know if it's necessary at one more receiver, just if in case one of our guys is like not on the edge at this point, or possibly or I don't know, one more corner that can help us out, because I'm sorry because we needed to have Carlton Davis to rest because he did not play well because of an injury. It's not his fault. I don't know what's going on with him. So I would say corner or wide receiver.
Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. I heard Mike Reese say running back earlier.
It could be a good option because of
running back. Yeah, running back is another option because
it's not stupid. But I posted that in the chat, and Jirachi said, "But no cornerback," and then I'm like, "Oh, geez, I kind of agree with him because of Gonzo. You know, because of like this man coverage thing I talked about earlier." It seemed like we hardly heard about Gonzo at all yesterday, which I guess Zolak said was a good thing, meaning he was stopping guys as he normally does. And then this whole Carlton Davis crapola. So, I mean, I do kind of actually agree with Jirachi there that cornerback could be potentially more of a need than running back, even though you don't want to overwork Ramondre Stevenson. You obviously don't want to overwork Drake May in that run game.
Here is an underrated option. I do agree with cornerback. I do agree with maybe potentially adding a running back, but there's one other position who I think might need help. Safety help.
Yes.
Because Kyle Duggar is a shell of himself. I think he needs to be out of the team. I'm sorry. We have no idea what's going on with Jalen Hawkins' health situation. And Craig Woodson, he's doing a decent job as a rookie. So
he did.
I think we're going to need a new safety because I don't think Del Pettis. I think Del Pettis is okay, but he's more on special teams. Same with Brendan Schooler. So I will not be surprised.
You think Del Pettis is a what?
Be more with the special teams.
Oh, okay.
But And Tyler House's chilled grill peppers available. Mine's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's all the questions and call-ins for today. I think we're going to get some more call-ins at some point, but there's a really good question. I think let's answer this final question, and then we can end off the stream. Are we doing giveaways tonight in the stream or Discord? Austin?
Yeah, so the plan is everybody's going to join the Discord, and you're going to post in the introduce yourself section. And then after you've posted in the introduce yourself section, we'll add your name to the wheel. And then next live stream that we do, we'll spin the wheel live on stream. And that's how you'll win the cards.
Yeah, let me quickly do a rundown of join the yes, I will send the link to the Discord server. And yes, I will post the Discord link in the description of in a future video. So basically, here is the Discord link. This is discord.gg/NJBPQFAXT. When are you guys launching your own personal Discord? Welcome to the Patriots Clubhouse Discord. Let me briefly give a description of what's inside of this. So, when you're looking at this server, you can see that you are welcome to the Patriots Clubhouse. And all you have to do is you're in. This is an entry tunnel. So we'll start off with this entry tunnel. So I'm gonna exit this out. So we have an entry tunnel. We have a club code of conduct. So basically you have to be on your best behavior. So 2 people are in. So it's you, Molly. So Molly, Eric, Gerard, and Nelson, and NJ are currently in the Patriots Clubhouse. We also have a club of conduct where we have a huge set of rules for how you should conduct yourself in the in this Discord. 1, respect the locker room. 2, know the facility. 3, trash talks the Mike Vrabel way. 4, smart fans, smart football. 5, no false starts. 6, respect the coaching staff. That means respecting all admins and mods. 7, protect the clubhouse. 8, press conference conduct. 9, watch parties, events, and upcoming live streams. And 10, represent the Vrabel era, especially when Mike Vrabel is our huge addition to our staff. In addition, we have some more features. And in addition, if you are brand new to this Discord server, please introduce yourself. For example, we have Molly here giving you a perfect example. Hi, everyone. My name is Molly, and I only recently got into football this year. Been a Patriots fan my whole life through, though. Go Pats. So basically, in that example, Molly introduced herself, her name, how you became a Patriots fan, how you got into football, and we will be excited to meet all of you guys. And that's basically the whole rundown of our Discord server. And by the way, guys, if you haven't already, I will be posting the Discord link in the YouTube description. Don't worry, I will do that sooner than later. But if you haven't already, there should be like a few of you who haven't already. Please make sure that you click this like on stream if you really enjoyed the celebration. Please click subscribe so we can increase this community, increase the numbers of the community, and turn on those bell notifications so you will be notified for future streams like this. And we will continue with our Mayflower Voyage series and also debuting our brand new logo. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
let's go Pats.
Go Pats.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.